Perspective is everything. You know, in almost any epic story, the protagonist or hero gets lost. They wander in the darkness, in the desert, through the fog, through the trees, in the rain, in the seas. It's invariably a journey of indeterminable length or purpose, in which our hero simply has to keep on going. There are no villains to slay, there are no mountains to climb. There is only space, time, and the uncertain. And we know life is meant to be an adventure. We remember and cherish our own epic moments, the great victories and the brave decisions.
But the shattering defeats and long spaces in between are just as much a part of the story.
And this is our faith story. Peaks of bursting glory and excitement, of purposeful struggle and triumph, and then long, arid, indistinct movements of time in which we think, what happened? What have I done wrong? Where are you now, God? Joseph spent years confined in prison. His only crime, his refusal to compromise his integrity. Totally forgotten by men, seemingly abandoned, wallowing in obscurity day after day, month after month, on and on. Mother Teresa worked in the slums in Calcutta for over 4 decades. She was a Nobel Peace Prize winner and an icon of faith and service and compassion. And yet we read after her death in her journals of the fact that God was seemingly silent for the last 12 years of her life. So many of us jump ship after just a few months of the unspectacular. But it's part of the package. The adventure is worked out in regular, daily obedience and the unwavering conviction that with God we will make it through. We wonder and we wait. Life isn't fun or easy for most people. I mean, whether you're serving coffee or crunching numbers, managing the family or managing millions, life is hard. It's easy to get lost in the shuffle, to become despondent or discouraged during the nondescript. It's easy to lose sight of the shore.
In 1952, this lady called Florence Chadwick attempted to swim the 26 miles from Catalina Island to mainland California. She'd already been the first woman to swim both ways across the English Channel. And so the big day arrived, the sun was out, and she jumped in there. She had a support boat to go alongside her with her family and friends in it. And in she went. The sun was out, 5 miles, 10 miles, 15 miles, all was going well. But then this grim fog set in and visibility was vastly reduced. She became massively discouraged. In the boat, they were screaming, "Come on, Florence, you can do it, keep going, you're gonna make it, we're nearly there." But eventually, exhausted, dejected, she crawled back into the support boat. And it was only there, when she got in the boat, she stood up, that she had that different perspective. She could see the shore just a few hundred yards away. And the next day, she gave a press conference, and she said this: "All I could see was the fog. If I could have seen the shore, I think I would have made it."
Perspective is everything.
The Apostle Paul says that we are seated in the heavenly realms with Christ. Therefore, we are never under the circumstances, as people often say. And we'll take knocks along the way. It will be messy and difficult. Sometimes, maybe multiple times, we might get knocked off our perch and have to start all over again. But we refuse to label events as failures or to be discouraged by these setbacks. We insist that there is a difference between failing and becoming a failure. The only way we become a failure is by giving up. He promises to provide us with what we need to hang on in there. He promises to go before us. He promises to hold us up, to watch over us, to guide us. So we press on in our journey, maybe unclear as to where it leads, but fiercely refusing to believe that our hero will let us down. And step by step, slowly but surely, we get there. Seeing things from God's perspective means observing and living life in a whole new light. Jesus comes alongside each of us, wherever we are, in whatever situation we find ourselves. The shore is always out there. Even when the fog obscures our vision, God is always there. And we need to hold on to the fact that even though we don't always see the way, or we don't always feel His presence, we do know that God loves us tirelessly, endlessly, and constantly. He'll never leave us to fight it out alone.